So I'm going to be busy with that. So how are you today? We're in a world where energies are quite vivid and large. And hopefully you've learned some practices from me and from other teachers along the way to help you ride these energies. And that's what I think the spiritual path is all about. We talk about this thing called the spiritual path. Like what is it really? In my mind today, I was thinking it's for those people who have an understanding that there's a way, a gentler and soft and anger and just like thrashing about, just going through life. We actually embark on something, in quotes, called a spiritual life. And I think for many of us, that is something where we either connect with our God, Goddess, our higher power, but we're aware of a greater presence, a very loving presence that can guide us. And that can give some reassurance, in these times. So those of us who choose to walk a spiritual path, we're living a life where we're now, whether or not we use that support is on us. It's very, that's pure and simple. The spiritual path is not easy. It's a conscious path. It's an awakened path, living with, choosing to be, awake versus in denial or just wanting to stay busy and ignore all the signs and feelings that we may be having for a lifetime, and then only to retire from a job and realize a person never learned how to relax. So wherever you are in your life today, know that I started this show to teach people some ideas and principles of like working with the angels. And angels are incredible beings. Think of them as sunlight, as love, that can, make us feel better when things are not easy. And also encourage us. And how do they do that? Say you are inspired or you feel good, you have a thought, you have one thought of feeling better than you did a minute ago, and you choose to embrace it. It's that simple. It's choosing. Nobody can do it for us. That's why most people don't want to do this, in quotes, path, because it's just not easy. It's easier to be like a leaf in the wind. Wherever something goes, that's where we go. Whatever happens with us in our relationships, we can blame other people, and there's no responsibility. So spiritual path is the hardest one. It's really, really hard. There may be, and some of us were destined to live this path in this incarnation. And some of us, we all had a path. We all have a path. And if you're still alive, your heart is still kicking, you still have a chance to embrace your dharma, your path, make a difference in the world. So wherever you're at today, know that there are, in any given moment, so much support for you and I. So before I get into the reading for the week, which is from the Mother Mary Oracle by Elena Fairchild, one of my favorite authors and creators of incredible decks, I was guided to talk about a topic. And every week when I get ready to prepare a show, the angels just show me what's wanted and needed in the world. And one of them is the topic of depression and addiction. And we had one of our incredible singers who succumbed to depression. So Naomi Judd, a country western singer, some of you may know, some you may not. But here's an incredible woman, talented, who didn't make it. And she's still young when she passed away, I think 74 years old. And depression is such a still like a no-no topic. People will not share that they're depressed, or if they share that they're depressed, they'll just do it and not do anything about it. Or the medical analysis of it is still not really understood. And addiction, getting addicted to prescription pills or even other substances, is so rampant and still not talked about. And when people talk about it, sometimes they're just talking about it because they want more credibility on social media, and they don't really have the experience. So I share this today because of this. Many of us have anxiety and stress, but many of us are depressed, but we were not willing to say that's what we have, depression, because, it makes us seem weak or that there's something wrong with us. And wherever you are in your life, if you can at least tell the truth, and that's in the reading also today, tell the truth of where you are before you hit this experience, what is called rock bottom, where you almost die or you lose everything, or your life becomes so unmanageable that you can't work, life is unmanageable. You can't pay your bills, you can't work. It's really beneficial to pay attention to who's showing up in your life right now. Who's showing up? And there may be people trying to tell you, trying to help you, but you ignore it. So I share this because there's always an angel, an earth angel around us trying to help us. But if we don't pay attention, we